Hi, my name is Braden, and today I'm going to teach you how to cook. Now, cooking is very dangerous and should not be attempted at home. I see a lot of people searching up on YouTube how to cook this or that, and it's actually a really bad hazard for people. You shouldn't cook unless you're a professional like me. I've been a professional chef for about 17 years now. When I was 5 months old, my first words were Kentucky Fried Chicken and Spaghetti Bolognese, and that's when I knew my hidden talent was to be a chef, and that is the career that I pursued. The first and most important part about cooking is actually safety. Luckily, I always carry these around in my pocket just in case President Barack Obama comes to your house and asks you to become the next president. So you never know when that might happen, and you always need to look presentable at all times. These glasses actually don't do anything because I'm not blind. You can see, has the same vision, but it's always good to look presentable. The next thing we need, as we have all been taught in school, is actually an apron. Luckily, the other day, I stole this off this homeless guy because I saw him using it as a blanket, and we are told not to mistreat our staff. So luckily, I guess he won't be needing this anymore. Now that we've got all our safety equipment set up, we can actually put these away because these things are actually really distracting, and it's always best to focus on the food. You don't want this thing to catch on fire or your glass is blocking your vision. So make sure you just chuck these away. The first thing that we want to do that a lot of people actually don't do is to boil our meat. So basically, you want to fill your pan up to about 10 liters. Make sure it's like 3/4 covering the pan, and then you want to get the meat from last night. So now we want to put the fish in, or whatever that you're cooking, in the pan, and we want to start to boil it. So unfortunately, I don't have an electric stove, so like there is no fire there, you can see, view head. So what we want to do is use a thing called a gas lighter, and these things are very dangerous and you should not point it at anyone for safety reasons. It is very important that you listen to this because this could harm someone's life. So make sure you don't point this at anyone. So what we want to do is light the gas like that. You can see the flame. Don't do that. Only I'm an expert, so I know what I'm doing. It's best to not touch the fish, as this is our respect to the fallen fish. We want to show our respect and our dignity. So once we're starting to boil our fish, we don't want to leave it for too long, otherwise it will overcook. So what we want to do is set a timer for about 5 minutes. Hey Siri. Well, I just forgot, I don't have a Siri. Hey Alexa. Well, I don't have an Alexa either, but luckily I do have a timer, old-fashioned timer. So I actually stole this from the convenience store. You can as well. Otherwise, you have to pay like $2 or something. Can't afford that right now. So you just want to set the timer for 5 minutes and just let it cook. Just leave it there. No. While you're waiting for the timer, you can be doing other things like hopping on Fortnite. So it appears my fish has finished cooking, so I need to transfer it. It away and cool it down a bit whilst we get our vegetables set. So now we want to prep our vegetables. So I've actually got carrots, corn, and mushrooms. So you need to be very careful with handling the knife because this could lead to a lot of fatal injuries. So all we want to do is just professionally chop off the
something I have dreamed to be, and I have finally accomplished it, being the world's best chef.
So now that we have our vegetables all freshly cut by the one expert himself, we need to make sure they're all washed, so we're not eating any of the dirt from the ground. Now we want to wait for the pan to actually be hot, so sometimes you may have to touch it, like, come on, it's just fire, you got to take the pain sometimes. No pain, no gain. And once you can feel that it's actually hot, you want to start putting some oil, because this makes sure that the meat and stuff don't get attached to the bottom of the pan. So you just want to do that, and make sure it's all spread around. Once you do that, you just wait for a bit for things to get hot, and then I'm going to put my, and make sure you have this turned on at all times. This is like an exhaust fan, and once that happens, oh shit, you want to stay back. Oh, you want to watch out for the burns. I think I put a bit too much oil, so I'm going to have to get rid of some. And put it on low flames, you know? Because like I've said, I've never cooked before in my entire life. I've never claimed to be a chef. So you want to put it on low flames while you add the rest of the food in. Now, here comes the fun part. You get to add flavoring and stuff. So personally, I'll add some wine, you get me? I'll add some wine to flavor up the fish, so it tastes good. And then some pepper. You want to mix that all together. Keep stirring it so it doesn't get overburnt. And one thing that I do like to add is cayenne pepper. Rahul, if you're watching this, nothing is spicy. So I like to add this as well because I can take spice as a true Indian chef. And you just want to mix that all around. Oh, I can already smell it. One thing that I did forget to add, however, is salt. So you want a pinch of salt, you know? And you want to finish off by add in some water. Just a bit of water to cook everything up. You just want to leave it for a bit. Just want to leave it. Now, however, when I was cooking, I did realize one thing, that I forgot to boil rice, and I have a professional meeting in about a few minutes. We don't have time, so I'm going to have to quickly cook up some noodles. Now, cooking noodles is really easy, but if you don't know how to do it, I recommend you chat to me and I can give you group lessons. I've got 2 other people willingly active to learn right now. In my group so far, I have my younger brother and my dog. So if you want to join them and learn how to cook noodles, I recommend you come. The costs are only about $50 for 10 minutes, but I give you some really life learning experiences as well, which only comes from experience. So we finished everything, and here is the final result. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. 10 likes and I'll make the world's most spiciest dish, and I'll eat it by myself.